Sometimes success is quiet. It does not arrive with applause or fireworks or public celebration. Sometimes success is nothing more than the decision to stay when everyone else walks away. Not leaping across mountains, not performing anything extraordinary, just refusing to stop. That is where most victories are born. History is filled with people who were inches away from winning, but turned around because silence made them believe nothing was happening. Thomas Edison once said that many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Close, not far, close enough that one more step would have changed everything. Success is not about seeing what is obvious. It is about seeing what others cannot. It is believing when evidence is weak and validation is absent. It is taking the images in your mind, the visions no one else can see, and having the courage to make them real. That courage is not born in comfort. It is built through repetition, through endurance, through showing up again when nothing seems to move. Progress is not linear. Some days you feel unstoppable, other days you feel invisible, and sometimes you fall so hard you begin to question whether you ever moved forward at all. But progress does not disappear because it goes unnoticed. Growth does not vanish because it goes uncelebrated. The journey moves when you move. It stops only when you decide to stop. People do not quit because they cannot continue. They quit because they decide the mountain is impossible. They forget the mountain is made of small stones. They become overwhelmed by the distance and forget that every finish line is reached one step at a time. You do not need to leap, you only need to move. This is not theory, this is lived experience. Years of effort poured into things that no one applauded. Time invested into ideas that collapsed without warning. Moments that felt like failure but were simply preparation in disguise. The common thread through it all was not talent or luck. It was persistence, getting up, trying again, continuing regardless of the outcome. One day the world will make sense. One day you will look back and be grateful for one thing above all else. When most people stopped, you did not. When the world said no, you said yes. There is nothing more powerful than a soul that refuses to back down. Existence is not something optional. It is everything. To exist fully means choosing to live for what can be gained, not what might be lost. It means finding light even when darkness dominates the frame. Even a spark matters. Even a flicker can guide you forward. Every loss hardens you. Every moment of sadness reveals something meaningful. Fear teaches bravery. A broken heart opens the door to deeper connection. Pain is not a signal to retreat. It is evidence that growth is occurring. In the darkest moments, self-doubt feels convincing. The mind becomes loud. It tells you to shrink, to play small, to settle. That voice is not truth, it is resistance. Strength is learning to stand above it. Strength is deciding that every experience, good or bad, will be used as fuel instead of proof that you are inadequate. When life feels heavy, when patience is thin, this is the moment that defines you. There is time if there is tomorrow, and if there is tomorrow, there is hope today. Many people live as though life is an obligation, an automatic continuation of yesterday. They drift, they float, they move like spectators instead of participants. That path feels safe, but it costs something vital: purpose, agency, direction. No one was designed to spend their life watching through a window, wondering what it would feel like to be behind the wheel. Most people do what they do because it is what they have always done. They accept limits without questioning who set them. They live by expectations they never agreed to. The breakthrough begins with one word. Why this path? Why this standard? Why this version of life? When you hold your life under a magnifying glass, hidden truths emerge. Comfort is often disguised as logic. Fear often wears the mask of responsibility. You get in life what you accept. If you do not choose which mountains are worth climbing, you will be carried by the wind. Mastery requires intention. Direction requires courage. You are not bound by circumstances. The boundaries around you are built by decisions, and decisions can be rebuilt. Difficulty today liberates you tomorrow. Simple does not mean easy. Becoming who you want to be is straightforward. It is also demanding. Growth is cyclical. What once required courage becomes normal. Yesterday's ceiling becomes today's floor. That realization asks a question: what is next? Each cycle demands new courage, new discomfort, new vulnerability. You can stay where you are, reliving past victories, or you can step forward into uncertainty. Progress only asks one thing: that you continue. When doubt surrounds you, understand this first truth. Doubt from others is not a verdict. It is a signal that you have stepped beyond the limits of average thinking. The moment you aim higher, resistance appears. People question you not because you are wrong, but because your ambition exposes their fear. Ask yourself this: if you stop now, who benefits? Not you, not your future. Only the version of you that was never meant to lead. Every great achievement begins as an unpopular decision. Every uncommon life begins with isolation. When they say you cannot, what they really mean is they would not. When they say it is unrealistic, what they really mean is it scares them. Do not inherit their limits. Do not wear their doubt like truth. Your belief must be louder than their disbelief. Your commitment must be stronger than their opinion. There will be days when progress feels invisible, days when effort seems unrewarded, days when the mind whispers that quitting would bring relief. That is the test, not talent, not intelligence, belief. The body quits when the mind gives permission. Refuse to grant it. Decide that stopping is not an option. Decide that persistence is your identity. Winners are not fearless. They are faithful to their decision when fear is loud. Pain is not proof that you are failing. Pain is proof that you are forging something rare. Pressure reveals character. Adversity sharpens vision. When everything feels heavy, remember this: you are being prepared, not punished. The struggle is not blocking the path. It is the path. What feels like resistance today becomes respect tomorrow. Stop asking when it will get easier. Ask who you must become to handle harder. Stop waiting for validation. It does not arrive before action, it follows it. You do not need permission to believe in yourself. You only need discipline to act in alignment with that belief, especially when no one is watching. Use criticism as fuel. Use doubt as fire. Stack it, store it. When motivation fades, withdraw from it. Execution beats emotion every time. Consistent action silences critics faster than explanations ever will. Do the work, repeat it, improve it, relentlessly. If this message resonates, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video to lock the mindset. Subscribe to commit to growth. Share it with someone who needs strength today. Comment one word that defines your resolve. Because the only way you lose is by quitting.